freaking baby. What's up, YouTube? Here in the fish shop, about to get some food. Oh, this ram found a dead fish he's about to munch on. Yummy. Just give you guys a little look around before I pick up my food. Nothing too crazy in here today, it looks like. Got these wild crayfish. My friend has one of these. Much bigger than that. Some swordtails. Neons. What are these? Lampi, Achilles, and cherry bugs. Got some nice guppies in here today. These are just kind of standard, but same year. Not too impressed with these, but these, I really like these. Some of these males are killer, like that guy right there in the front. He is beautiful. Considering getting one, but if you look at them overall, the strain isn't very solid. Like the pattern's not set on all the fish, you know. Some of them look completely different from the other ones. So I gotta think about that. Got a bunch of rams. You know, standard for China anyway. All different kind of rams. Penguin tetras. Glass cats. Samoa guppies. They look like rams to me, babies. I'm not sure though, because I've never seen rams that young. There are a ton of them. And, you know, roseline sharks, neons. A couple rainbows and congos over there. There's a cordon over there, so I'm not walking over there. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this shop. I don't know if I'm going to record in any other shops, because I'm only planning on buying something here. And I feel like it's kind of rude to record in someone's shop if you're not going to buy anything. But what are those guys? Are those like mini? What are those? I don't know. I've never seen those before. So crazy looking. Those are sweet. Some kind of minnow. No, Brian, don't buy any more fish. You have no room in your tanks. Don't do it. Alright, I'm gonna go buy my brine shrimp before I buy a bunch of impulse fish. Alright guys, we're back at my house. And it's time for an update. This is my 12-gallon tank with cardinal tetras and killifish and a ram. I'm really loving those guys who were just displaying right there in front. It's the Nothobranchius, I think it's Echidnae or something like that. They're just really beautiful. They're getting bigger and more colorful than when I bought them. These guys are also gorgeous. Fundulopanchax something. I don't know the species still, but might be hard to make out on camera because they're hiding in the shadows. But they're growing. Their tails are growing into lyre tails. Some black on the top. A couple of them have it. There, that one right there, you can see it pretty well. Then there's the Notho Rakovi right there. Doing pretty well. The ram, I don't see right now. Oh, there she is. She's got a little bit of frayed finnage on her caudal fin, but I'm pretty sure that's just because it's so long. And she's always starting fights with the killifish, and I think it just gets frayed when she like whips around, kind of like the Congo tetras do that too. anyway, it's kind of pointless to try to film her. She hides too well. But I love this tank. It's super colorful. I love these guys. They display a lot like they're doing right now over their little micro territories. All the nothos are really cool. There they go. They're like male betas almost. This dude is taken to floating around a lot. Whoa, light. Alright, this snail, he or she just floats around and around. His shell is kind of pitted, but it's not dead. It crawls down and gets food whenever it's hungry. I don't know, it just likes to do that these days. Let's see if I can get this guy without him running away. Oh, there it goes. Nothing scared him off. Anyway, they're super pretty. I think 3.5 minutes is probably good from this tank, so let's move on to the 45 gallon. Alright, I've got the lights down. Not a whole lot changing in here. Actually, nothing has changed in here. I think all the black Emperor Tetras are still alive. Yep, I'm counting them right now. I counted all 4 of them. The Congo that had the messed up eye is pretty much healed. I can't even tell which one it was. Yeah, sorry, this isn't very good footage because the light's so low, but everything's good in here, no changes. So, I guess we'll just leave it at that and move on to something else. Probably the Discus tank. I want to see what it looks like because I just did a water change in there, and a minute ago they were all hiding, and that's no fun. So let's see if they came back out. Alright guys, it's been maybe an hour or two since the last tank I filmed, and the fish have calmed down from their water change. Just threw in some bloodworms, so they're all eating, as you can see. I took one of the Discus out of here and put him in a hospital tank. The skinny cobalt guy that I pointed out in my last update. I think the issue might be that he's going blind, because I'll show you him downstairs when I go down there to film the guppies, but even in he was just getting like really thin, and like even with putting extra food in, he just wasn't going for it even really. And I mean, he would like sometimes, but sometimes it'd be like right in front of him and it would be like he couldn't see it. Plus his eyes are the wrong color. All the other Discus I have, their eyes are like bright red. His are like barely red and they're kind of like cloudy. And then he started hiding like up in the corner behind the power head, and just he wouldn't come out at all, and he was super dark, you know, which is how you know they're really stressed out and not doing well. So he wasn't getting any better in here with all the other ones, and even with extra feeding, so I decided to move him down into my little 3-gallon tank just to see if I can get him to take food without any other fish to bother him. And he's eating a little bit down there. I mean, he's doing okay, but he's still really dark and thin, and it's even when there's food in the tank, he doesn't eat all of it. It's like like I said, I think he's like going partially blind or whatever, because he like sees some of the food and then he tries to eat it, but he'll like miss, and then sometimes he just doesn't seem to see the food at all, even though it's right next to him or whatever. So hopefully he will recover. If he gets better, I'll bring him back up here, but for now he's off in his little hospital tank. Little D is starting to get some nice blue speckles on him, you can see. Still growing pretty well. The little blue guy in the back there is, I think, is growing pretty well as well. He's obviously on the bottom of the totem pole, but he manages to get enough food, I think. There's Mr. Tapajos. He's been flashing today. I don't know what his issue is. I think he's just mad that like everyone's up in his territory. He's a pretty fish. I think he's the prettiest fish I have, actually. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe one of the killifish. There's the greenhead earth eater, or green stripe earth eater rather, the Cupid cichlid, Biotodoma cupidae. This little dude, I think this is actually a female, but I don't know why I think that, I just do. She, I'm gonna call, is very aggressive. She always pushes the larger discus out of the way to get food and stuff. The only one who can dominate her is Big Red there in the front. But she'll chase away pretty much everyone else a lot of the time. Alright, well, I think that's pretty much it for this tank. Everything's, you know, copacetic except for the one guy who's in the hospital. So we'll move on to downstairs. Alright guys, so I'm going to start with hospital guy actually. He's, I don't even know if you can see him, he's so dark, he's just hiding against the back there. I put in a cube of bloodworm earlier. I don't see any bloodworm on the bottom of the tank, so I think he actually ate it, or most of it. That's some brine shrimp left over from this morning. I'll have to clean that out tomorrow, give him water change. Been doing like daily or every other day water changes. There he is, he's going after the... I just put some more bloodworm in there. I think he's going after it. Sorry, the glare is terrible in this tank. Maybe if I move over there. Anyway, he doesn't have any like blemishes on his body or anything. He just is all thin and not eating well. Fry are growing, as you can see, is starting to color up and sex out slowly. I can call the sex pretty early, like mainly based off of the anal fin and whether they're gravid or not. Like that one right there is obviously a female. And then, let me see if I see any males. Like that dude right there is gonna go male. How do I know that? Because he's got the iridescent down his sides. His fins are coloring up faster than the females. He doesn't have a gravid spot, and he holds his anal fin in tight to the body. It's not curled into a gonopodium yet, but it looks like a spike instead of a triangle like the females. I did lose one of my adult female guppies this week. I think it was the youngest one. I think that she was trying to give birth and just died in the process. She must have been holding sperm, because when I pulled her out, her belly was like full of babies, it looked like. Just found her one morning. I don't know. Earlier today at the fish market, I got some of this bigger, I guess it's frog bit of some kind. I got a few of them to throw in with my smaller ones. So many fish in here, I figured I can use all the nitrate absorption that I can provide. You can see from the top, some of them have some cool colors. Alright, let's move over here. So, there's our friend the Molly. He's been with us longer than any other fish. There is the half-white male guppy that I got, because I've never seen a half-white guppy before. If I can get the camera to focus, maybe. There we go. He's growing in pretty well, actually. He's put on a lot of size in the week or so since I got him. All the brine shrimp. There's a couple fry in here as well, who I think are going male that I brought over. There's one. I'm not seeing any of the killifish right now. There's one of the shrimp over there. Oh, there's one of the killies.
Hey, do you start the kettle?
Yep.
Thank you.
It's hiding under the rock. There's another shrimpy. There's a ton of shrimp in here now. I don't know if they're actually breeding yet or if it's just that's what 30 shrimp look like in a 16-gallon tank, but they're like pretty much all over the place. You can see maybe behind those rocks back there is Jemzine, my big apple snail. I moved him in here because I needed his little tank for a hospital tank. He's been doing good in here. He's eating hair algae and you know, doing his job. So he's all healed up from when I had him in the Discus tank and he wasn't getting good nutrition. So I figured there's no reason to leave him in that little tank anymore. And I think that's it for the update, guys. Wish I could get some better footage of these killies. They are super pretty, but they are very shy. Oh, there it is. This morning they were out and I missed it. Oh, there's the green dragon plico as well. He has a brown spot on his back. He's not a perfect albino. I realized the other green dragon, the one in here, you can see it back there behind the leaves. It doesn't have a hole in its tail, it just has a black spot on its tail. He's also not a perfect albino. So, you know, whatever. I don't really care. I just was worried because I thought it had a hole in its tail that wasn't healing, and then I got a better look at it and realized it was just a spot. Bought a new orchid today. It's pretty nice. Anyway, like I said a few seconds ago, that's it for the update this week, guys. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.